Hello YouTube and welcome to the Miniature Construction Company. Now this is going to be a short little video about how to make your own 2S batteries, and this all came about basically when I noticed a difference when I was running the Fayee truck between the standard battery that came with the Fayee and these 18650 battery holders that I got. Because if you have seen any of the previous videos, I've got loads of these 18650 batteries lying around, and I've basically utilised them in all the trucks I've got. Anyway, like I say, I noticed a disparity between the power of the factory one, if you like, and the battery holder that I'd made. Long story short, eventually traced it to the very thin gauge wires that are used on these cases. It seems obvious now, but at the time I just completely overlooked it. I mean, you can see the difference in the gauge between the output wires on the the Fayee battery and these holders. So I decided I'd try and rectify it. First of all, I tried putting some thicker gauge wire on these battery holders, but to be honest it just wasn't satisfactory. So I thought, because I've got lots of these 18650 batteries lying around, I would try and make my own 2S battery. And as you do, I had a quick trawl on the internet to see if I could find a solution to the problem, and that's when I came across these little circuit boards that allow two 18650 batteries to be charged and discharged as a pack. And I think that's basically what is in the factory one here, these lumps and bumps. I think it's just a little circuit board underneath. And basically what the little circuit board does is it allows two batteries to be charged at the same time, a balanced charge, and they've got like a charge protection on them, so they will not allow them to be overcharged, and they will not, more importantly, allow them to be over discharged. And these little boards are a very inexpensive way of doing it. I'll put a link in the description to the Aliexpress shop where I got them from. I think they're a couple of quid, or £1.70, something like that each. Like I say, they're a very inexpensive way to make your own 2S batteries. So I'll quickly show you how you do it. On the board, I don't know if I've got a little diagram there. On the board itself, you've got a B positive, B minus, and a BM. The B positive basically goes to the positive end of the two batteries that you've got in series. So you've effectively joined a positive to a negative. I've just used some of that flat zinc strips that you can buy, or zinc coated strips that they use to connect these sort of batteries. So you're basically going positive to negative on one set of terminals, and then on the board, I don't know if you can see there, you've got a B plus, a B minus, and a BM. Now the BM is like a balance wire that goes between the two batteries, roughly about there. I've actually just cut the insulating tape off this one so you can sort of see. So BM goes and sits between or on that wire between the positive and the negative of the two you've connected up. Now you've got a B plus and a B minus, and they go on the other end, so they'll go to the positive on one of the batteries and the negative on the other. So again, you've got sort of B minus, B plus, and they go positive, negative on the other end of the battery, as you can see there. Also on the board, you've got, if you can see, a P1, a P minus and a P plus, and that's just power minus and power plus. So that's your discharge and charge leads, if you like. So I've just soldered a Dean's connector on the one I've got, and I'm in the process of swapping all my trucks over to the Dean's connectors so I can use these little packs. Well, that's all it is. You've got P1, P minus, and that's positive and negative input and output. And that's basically all there is to it. I've also soldered a Dean's connector on the little 7.4 volt USB charger that I got with the Fayee truck. I mean, it already charges the little battery that came with it, which is, as far as I can tell, identical. It's just the 14500 lithium ion batteries in there. They look like AA batteries. But that's basically how you make your own 2S batteries. And like I say, I haven't even bothered buying a special charger. I've just adapted the Fayee one that came with the truck, and it does seem to do a pretty good job actually. And these are very, very inexpensive. You can pick these up on Aliexpress for a couple of quid. Now, I have tried this pack in the Fayee, and it seems to have worked a treat. I don't get any of the loss of power, or it isn't apparent anyway. It seems to be comparable to the genuine Fayee one at the very least. Also, it has the added benefit of allowing it to be charged as a pack rather than two individual cells. So I just literally plug it in, charge it, and then away you go. And with the protection circuitry on the little board, it's impossible for me to overcharge, and just as importantly, over discharge the pack when I'm using it. Now, hopefully I've explained that sufficiently well, so you could make an attempt, if you were that way inclined, to make your own. If you need any help, drop me a comment and I'll do my best to give you some assistance. Well, that's the end of the video. As ever, thanks for watching, and hopefully catch you again soon. Thank you.